What, what, what? Tom, I've always asked, if I really got feet, I really got to breathe. You don't know this part. It's about when I used to elbow people with knowledge, never wisdom. Writing was a good way of script. Pleasure. What do I say about your wisdom? Your pressured wisdom. You took one rib, you took one mount. How? Tom, don't click clock to look left and right. Cause you people need to calm down on this watch. What do you paint and what do you make? What do you say when you want to save time? Files and files, names and orders, nobody prays. Cause we went in town and we said this, you wear no skirts, you don't wear no red. You wear red to say you fly, you high, but this is the point. Where do you come and ask? Two sons, two nuns. 9 I circle 6. God is the word of a lion. Right? M. Punish. Main. M. Knock. Jaws. And check your face if you're pretty or not. Because we ain't hot. We just sit to relax and say, who wants a watch? You ask. Left. Right. You ask to get your tongue slipped. You ask to fall. Don't open it up like this. Cause it's done a scene of silence. Nobody had the rifle to sing. The idols never catch this. The minds didn't have this. The sights, your flag is up. Put it to both here and tie it up and look like this. When I'm to the right, I'm to the left. But when I am, I don't click, I don't glock. It's a way of holding the seed, than a seed. Destination, just tie it up on your hair, both side to side, and you won't weave around. You'll know where to look. By this eye and this other eye, I say, move. Not move this way or that way, cause your head click, glock, all the way to the top. Than a seed. That's the people we know that we love. Now I'm on the right. What does it mean when I switch? I ask for your who's your watch? We speak in Tennessee, the list. It's either you click the Glock, nobody lock, cause it's not bra. It's about rock. You get a rock and twist it. How do you travel? This is all about roads, but nothing about rules. Man, romance. I want to see you out and about with your human thoughts. Wipe the tongue after you eat and take another dig of this plate. You read. It means seed. If you read, you understand you're a seed. If you write, you understand that you're not about life. You're about the way they live. Understand the silence, puts it on my hair, and says, this is what I do. Make it look like this. If you make it look like this with your people, you look good to answer, what is this form? Him doing it in his hair, like this. Here we go. And just walk around and ask if you will ever call them, because they are real. And this memory you have, say Donna. Donna all the time, they used to say Donna. And I leave it like this. Say, go sit back here, and goes here. Say, this how you people like this should wear the flag of Tennessee. Because you listen to the ear, you hear on the ear, but you never say right. I look good in times like this. It just get another Tennessee, because the flag is original to see that we don't do time. We do anything like this. Who's your rules? Who's your manners? Who's your clothes? And who's your rocks? Who's the block? And who's the actual one that want to speak like a hoe? They want to speak like nobody had a ride, nobody had a time. Because if you wear a wristwatch, you don't watch no wrist. Watch the twist. And it will click till you get up and ask, how do I do this? And you glopped like this, head twist. And nobody is here. Because we ask, we go where we go. We don't tear no one around your ears. We tear nobody with a flag that says, the reputation of unseen silence. Let me chew this up a bit. Let me rose it up. I was looking at your people once, time two. DAY was they, then NI was other a 999. It's the vision that Donna Ayonatana had a lifted way of clearly so a wrist like this. Looked up, here this 1999 trophy. It was written 1999. Remember it was called, isn't it Eagle? What was the Eagle? Someone said the Eagle. It was Eagle, Lower Heart, Eagle Boy. Was it Eagles? Because he was an eagle. He had the vision to lay there, time the night, in 1999. When he comes back, 91, any way of the day and month, he said the war will be over. And it'll be like this. You're wasting no ears, you're wasting no tears. You're wasting to see the sign of saying, do you remember the vision? What blood was the summary of nobody else's will of getting the grief of saying till? And then he woke up and said his name. Jonathan, J-E-I-D-A-F-F-T, Tom. Throats, no throats, but your home, stay home to watch a watch. Take it off your wrist. Don't ever wear this glick again. You want to go inside? You want to go? Because you use all flex. We don't get caught like that. They understand a watch like that is watch. Don't pull up. We understand why you all want to smoke it, choke it. We don't get the grass to heal. We don't get the grass. It's saying, do you grasp on anything like instruments? But the polite words are saying, Ch-I-D is G-I-D. G is spelled to say J-E. That's Jonathan. E's for me and I and me. Talking to you, the one we see. And the I is for why I own the time. And the D, Donna, for reverse, D-A-Y-N-I-G-H-T is Donna. I is for Ayonatan. E is for I and me and I. Jonathan. Clueless divisions was all march your chest and arms. But you never draw a picture of yourself looking back. It's a photo right over there just for you to see and say, like the move. But when we ask, when we go, we collect like that. Until you want to know our visions are false. This was no paranoia, no guilt, no fear, no fault. He fears to sleep here. He knows that he's afraid. This moment is time there. Sleeping here. Wanted to go outside, but nobody came. So we came. The AD, Ayawana. They said my name's Anwar. Fell in tears because they were saying, oh, You're pretty, but you're not in one. Oh, you wanna? Why you wanna? It's why I want to. So you see how peeps come up and say, how do you slang? How do you do your own way to live? We want to show you something that we all wrote, something that we all did together. Done us in the silence. Our nation. About them was a void that they had a name for a memory. It was chord by chord. If you look here, it started off this a mountain. Treetop flows, and this river no waves, but a nice peel off. Look at the back. By the time you see it as a vision, not a bed, but bed inning, meaning 69, beginning of bed. You want to say anything on the bed? We can say it to the bed, we can say it to the faults. This is a bed here. If you look down on the left or the right of your side, you see the bed. If you want me to get up and look at the bed, I'll get up and say, this is what we do, we want on the bed. You ready? Because I'm ready to vision it. And we just say this. And then we say this. We are not jumping, we are saying, you do squats too. They all visualize like that, or on the bed like this. I haven't seen anyone get up in their bed for a long time. Used to go like this. You want to knee this bed? We just knee it like this. Look, on the knee. Just knees like this. If I'm jumping on the bed, I'm on the bed like this. Just go and grab one thing at a time. Say, ready? There's no pillow or no blanket to remove it. It's just this. Just the bed. You look at the bed. You look at who sits there. It's a bed. You don't jump. You jump if you want. This is the photo I wanted to grab for you. Bed. 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 This is first time. It's a bed here. It's just another frame. If you see it, it's the bed. It's the time here. Look, it's just the time. I'm coming in like this. Don't look at my phone. Don't look at my phone. Just then look at it. We look at it and we go like this. You ready? And then we actually go like this. There we have it. It's here. It's all here. These are memories that you should look at. It shows you a lot. This is all the memories that we say. No time, no date, but time like this. Is all the books that we have. Say, come get some books. It's all physical to meet. One's open all the time. With a pen in it. Here we go. Who do we give these books to? Anyone. There's this moment. It's all these books. To time. You read it. It's once he promises he'll hold it and tell you this. Never do this. Always tell you to come in. Next. I promise to your people around the globe, the same world. To the people of 2019, it's not called your state, but the year. That's the year of the people that lived that time. Is promise that my books here, Dana, why I'm on the time, Ayonatana Dana, is my physical mourn to give and bring you the light that we can shine like this. And that's the way of the vision, saying do this, hold it down like this, don't let go, praise him before you let go. It does this. But wow, here he says, up and down, this hold like this, I'm in the river, and this is what it is. The promise is that you will all get to read this book of memory, that you will feel that it's all about summons, no numbers, just names and people that you'll read and you say, do you remember the feeling of this vision that he wrote books for you to say? Feels like my memory. Gives you times and dates and dates and times. To say, here's all the books. It's all gonna be one flow, one say, bring some more books is what we want. Open. See the memory we have? It's a feeling. For this book of what they call sermon, it's about Xing. You read, you write, and you write your meaning of it. So you write and read this verse of scripts to say away your time. You must write your meaning towards it, of what you say you read. Once you do, it's all to say, promise. You will all get to love and live by the books are saying, not a way to go home with, but a way to say, do you want to sit on the bed or do you want to sit on the chair? Because you can sit on the bed or the chair, but you can be in someone's room and say, here's my bed, these are the books, let's read together. Because he does it like that, in the zone where you say, no one's coming after you. Just don't hope that you flick this wrist to go down. Because it's flick to go in and drink. Am I drinking? Oh, no, I'm not drinking. I'm just saying, you will have the promise. Reading the books, the void is covered, colors is for all. Not to say, you're right. It's saying, read, write your meaning of what they said to write. By the time he writes it, it's probably the first time he gets it in true, saying, I come back, if I do, and I write, and I do the meaning, I'm gonna be like, wow, it's 4016, but let's times that by 1,000 years. Wow. Return, write the meaning, and I read the whole meaning saying why all the time. And I mean, did I come back? I'm done. That's the first thing I'm gonna say when I come back to write the meaning. But that's for you to write the meaning. Write the meaning by the time you visualize books like that. Understand to write is to understand and read it one by one. Over, flip the page again. To each of them are words of someone to say, write your meaning. You can write any meaning, it's your way of feel. It's not for us to judge and say, no, it's not good, it's not. It's for you to say, it's the only way of writing. Till you write, you have a memory by your side. Here's your memory. Do you remember when you used to write? You used to write so clear. I used to be so near and I used to stare like, wow. All your written words or wrote words or notes comes in the memory saying, I remember this time of writing, this meaning of something, of what he said. It's spoken by his read, that your time will come back and realize the memory. You were alone when you were writing the meaning. And then you started saying, here's my meaning. Then your meaning comes in the memory that is good to write, like this books, and just Penovium, which is a pen to write. It's all there physical, but it'll give you life meaning. That life meaning is saying no tears. Saying no matter if you don't have too much or a lot, you'll see the way I live or saying, I got enough to say people are not called jealous. It's what we say through our lips of saying, Dhanasi. We are called people jealous. That's why we say jealous to people and saying jealous. It's a new way of saying people of 2019 and after. It means I won't know when it's jealous. So jealous. So that's when I write no books, no colors, no voice. But you romance the way. Every word in these books are good. They are not to do with any memories. It's just to do with your live. Can I have a peace? P-E-I-C-E. Peace. That's how you spell peace in the list. I mean, the way you ask for peace is say, can I have a piece? Or whatever he has to eat or say, just a piece. And it'll make you feel so in peace. So always have this. It's your hair to cover your hair. To say, lions. Because he does not want to disgrace the lions of getting put down and shushed down, of saying, you know how they shoot lions? Experts, you know how they do it? They're like experts. But their world is always talking about lions. And this man is a big ass man, like always. He's always sitting like this. Do you want a cup of tea? Is what Chick Donna would say to him. Because no, you just can't sit like this. You just can't lay that down. I mean, sit like that with your back. It's not anchored. It's just not right to sit. It's because they get the movement of the field. Like this. Don't get out your car when you're in down the scene of silence. That's the country where the lions are. They always go like this while Chick sits in the middle, doing nothing. And he's just not scared about this. And this girl and this boy is like, move on the side, switch seats, or swap. So you don't get out because they're civilized. So you gotta know the thoughts of where people's place and where people are and what they do. Don't be so thinking like, no, it's to understand so I can know. So it will go to another word to say, I will tell nobody, but he will speak. And everyone is aware. This is what they do, sit in the truck, wait all day. And this is how they hunt for lions. Like, when they hunt like that, they hunt like this. You think it's just one car by themselves to shoot the lions? They need a whole squad of teams to come out. They're like this, 2 cars, 3 cars, 4 cars. And they're sitting there while Donna's watching like this. By the time 8, he goes like this. Time. Lions come out. This is when they do it. Doors. Cool way of doing it. Sneak outside, look around, then come back in. There's no other drive-by, but it's an earplug and the same. In position or in ammo. In ammo. And then like this, it's like a chick like this. I'm just sitting in the middle of the car. Because this chick came and asked him, what do you have? And he was like this. Didn't ask for his name. He's like, looking. I got this in my bag. And he's like, oh, you got some of that? It's not right to have that. And he's like, oh, and I got an iPhone. And he's going, oh, but I'm trying to listen to my tape recording. Last time I did a tape, I was like this, bouncing my hand like this. And he goes, oh. Then I kept talking. So he went like this. He says the car came across him and opened up the door. And the chick, a young tunnel went like this. And he said, can I take a picture? He goes, yeah, you can take a picture. He went, and these people were getting him to get off pictures. And he's like, no, this took it like a flash. And he looked, and he goes, the chair. He said, take a picture of the chair. So this man can't sit back. This woman is crouching on her knees. And a chair, like, it's not a man, it's just a man that can't be deceived. No one that could be deceived through chair. Not a man, just a chair. When he took a photo of the chair, this man looked at him like this. And he's looking at the photo like this. It's your chair. So this man can't sit back at all or anything. And this is them lining up for this. So World War One, because it looked like World War Two out here. And goes, oh, World War not 3, 4, 5, was a long time. We had to have a war before we come. So the lions got up, got ready. And this is not okay. Oh, secret markets of the lions attackers. Line 1, are you ready? Line 2, are you ready? Line 3, are you ready? Line 4, Olympics starts off their flag of fire going like this. And this is all their lanes. Marking one line like this. One. And this is the ammo. Boom, boom. We're going no ammo. Just have to reload the trigger. Because you know bullets won't kill lions like that. Until you say this. Oh, the lava. I went like this. My skin has got red. If you want to look at it, I don't show you because it's got red underneath. It was the way of dragon saying, the only way to stop this is if I give you my taste. Because no woman is allowed to touch this virgin. No one. Keep it sacred. Virgin. love. And all the lions are working. Line one, boom, line two, boom. The girls are running over. And Donna is the one to hear the lion's vow saying, "Oh, your fault was telling his way." If they know so much about lions, I say this. I don't give it a secret. I say, lions don't know where they are, so that's all they say. Don't see the silence? Romance, your beauty, your knees hurts because his books are on his knees and they're doing this like this. Book my knee, need my book. I need a book to read because it's so. And then you start moving and you go like this. You know when you were big back then, it goes to your muscles and axes. Why we have romance in red? Virgin. It sounds good, but it doesn't sound too good when you ask for lions. Try not to kill them. Leave them in peace. But if you do, it must be counted by numbers of saying only the time or the dates of the month. It's only once a year you can do that. Because without these lions, they are gonna seem of silence. And food is all his likes of photos. He likes to call them 6X, 6C, 6V. He likes to say job. He likes to call them free vision. He likes to call them an angel, an island angel, setting an angel, prophet, prophetess. All those ways and name, word, image tray, dream, mean. All these vision devices, their memory of being birthed through a lion like this. Crying of a lion was them to cry, go like this. Doesn't hang, lions don't hang. So get the bags and say once a year and put a tag on it of saying who wants, who wants, who wants. Who goes for the highest record? Money maker. 6-side circle 9. Job, a law. Money, money, money. So that's the worth of risking your life and getting out and saying, gonna cost a lot for that. To be there to do that, you have to protect. But they don't take it because they don't have enough time. They try to build it to wake up, to not smash the heads after you shoot it. Lion can just wake up like that. But be careful, because you know who's a lion's best friend? It's not the goats, it's the snake. You come like that, a cheeky wisdom. You're gonna see our snakes come out like this. At the back of Dana are snakes. They're not eating, they are trying to kill themselves through just tunnel holes, squashing into each other like this. With a big ball, I'm like a big world. And this happens. Watch out for the snake when you come. The snake comes out anywhere like this. Because we gotta keep the lions in peace. Without these lions, he's saying do not kill but once a year. It's saying these Africans, it's African. If you want to eat a lion, you go with them. You don't go with them in another skin like white. You think it's white, but it's not. You might as well just say it's yellow. Because they know how to take it home and eat it. That's why they didn't go. Because they on top list the same. Jaguar. It's when they start to rub their eyes like this and go. Because you don't want to run like this. Go and play some, union like this. Just do a step and go like this. This jaguar comes like this. Time you like this. That's why they say, oh, he's sneaky. Jaguar's not sneaky. This one run forever like this. Run, run, run. So we keep the lions in peace. Saying, without these lions, you're human beings, jealous. People, you'll be the most pussy ass motherfucker true ever know. These other worlds or species will look at you and go, what is that? And we'll be like, man, they just pussy as motherfucker a true. Usually be the soft way of creatures like this. roaming through town, and we'd be like, oh damn, are we brown? And they'd be like, something like this of a lion. Because a lion won't go like this. A lion will just go like this. Nine knife. It's not a big bite we gotta take. It's a claw that you must look at. It's gonna claw. It's what he's after. If he tips you and you bleed and it's blood, this lion's waiting. Near fear of saying aggressive. On tip of your blood. The smell, lion smells it. Because it's done a silence in forms of food. It's saying, and it gets aggressive. Once it's got it, it's tasted. That's why you should not bleed. If this girl if you got a period, it's come out. Next time you want, make sure to wear a nappy, because I'm not sure if you all pull when you see a lion. But yeah, you should all be so soft with our lions. Because these lions are protecting the void of saying, who's the hardest animal? The other species are like, and these lions come out and say the time. Horizon, feel the wind, see the breeze, don't bleed, is what we say to lions. Notice their fear? It's bleeding. They are in fear of a little drip tip of blood. It gives their fear and their tears saying, no, they don't bleed, they don't go hunt, they don't need to eat. They only starve to say, is these animals eating? It's when they stop eating and saying this. They don't want to blood themselves. That's all they fear, that they get scared or just this fear to bleed. It's really dangerous not to bleed. It's really dangerous to bleed. Saying if you fear, it's just the lion saying, we're not coming out to eat, coming out to fight. These claws, they just want to fight. You don't want no fight. We're there to balance it as fight. They can't force their fist or their claws for fun saying. Little blood, a little fear. It's a big fear just to bleed, to know the worth of someone is saying, I don't bleed. It's a fear that you should appreciate. Lions, that's the form of Damascene silence. They are there for food and names, prediction, they're in lions. And he's there to say, it's a fight. That's why you don't say this. You say, press some and press some till you get big. You forgot how to carry this big rock over there. It was easy when you had machines, but you had to pick it up like this and chuck it on the boat and let that boat sink, so we can all have a peek at who I am and what. I'm alive. I'm alive. Who's never visioned me? I was the most one to ever say beauty to the form. Dana saw what he had. He went fear like this, fear. And he saw me like this, and he went so angry. Looked at me as I did this, to look at you like this. And then he viewed it, and I laughed. I laugh at anyone's fear. Is my name N-Wadil? Because he's always saying dark. It's just the way you're living. If you see a lava, a lion, saying a fear, a fire. It's a winning ring right there. You can see it. Expansive, right? It's not dead. It's called Dhamma. If you go into it, it's your soul, your spirit, and your body movement are saying, reason why is all these people out to play? Because we have no one to go to, so we say, animals, go with the animals. With the animals, overrated, These people never said birds. We said birds for bitch, and bitch no bird. But this is the reason. Romance carry your babe like this, like word. Word is only 13 to say, look, it's a baby to say, hold a baby until you sleep, then you can wake up. Because these babies don't drop, they don't hide. Just play with the baby. Find out what this baby is scared of. We say, put it on top of the fridge. It's not scared, it's not crying. Put it in the freezer. Put it in the freezer, wait until it cries. No, it's not crying. We go, put it on top of the house. Still not crying. Just put it somewhere, anywhere like this, on the carpet. On the carpet, you know where you wipe your shoes at? Still not crying. I said, where do we put it? Look for its fear like that. If you got nothing to do, then throw it out. Just go and put it somewhere in the toilet. 5 minutes, still not crying. Or put it near some animals' wasted land of saying, here's my waste. Still not crying. This baby won't cry. Baby doesn't cry. It cries because you are looking at it. Because you're saying, This baby's like, oh, blood. What's the fear? Blood. Damascene silence. It's when every child is born of birth, of saying pregnancy baby. It's born to say it's in tears. It's covered in blood. And it's so romance that they are saying Donna's alone. It's why they go tears, tears. And it goes. Where are you people? These babies come out for predictions saying, you're going home. We wake up in Dana and we're looking at them. It's not a celebration, it's a time vision. You were young when you were a baby. You knew the time when you were young, but we don't say baby like baby. We spell it like this. A-L, dash, I-G, and it's God in reverse going this way. And that's how you spell God. For opposite is blah. For babies laugh. Blah, blah, blah. And that's why they say Donna's alone. It's the reason why we were alone. People know when you go to the top, to the beginning, to the ending, but to the richest ways you want, it's very lonely there. When you have a lot, it's so alone. But when you have so much to give, it's more to appreciate. It means you have people to love. And that's why we say the baby is not saying blood, bloody, blood. It's just this form of coming out. Bloody, bloody, blood, love. And the saying, Donna is alone, is why all babies cry and go, wipe, wipe. You wipe the baby like this. You don't go to the hospital. You sit on a chair like this. You give birth to a pregnancy baby. You don't spread your legs. You cover it and you sit. And when you sit, it's the baby coming out, blood, blood. When it comes out, it's for you to hold and no one else. As a mother or any child or meaning a woman, it's saying Jilla for a girl. Coming out, and you make sure it comes out. Until the head comes out, you have these hands to say, hold his head, push more than you can. And when you hold it by the left, the right on the head. You bring it up, and you do kiss it, but you don't say a word. But only the name you gave. But dancing silence, we don't name them until they're free. So we name them after. You don't say his name, just look into the eyes, go straight to your rights. And pregnancy baby, pregnancy birth, blah. And he will feed the milk. That's how you take the baby out of you. And once it's there, and it's milk for memories, it's there for the breastfeed straight to the point of giving it its first taste, because it just cries, because it's always saying blah blah blah. This is how am I supposed to breathe here? Get used to it. It's a cry of saying it's almost dying because it's crying so loud. It's trying to breathe. That's why we say Dana. So the breathe will know DA and A Dana will actually breathe together. And it'll breathe by saying Dana first. Then you say here, rest, and you lay there. Don't do anything. Just let the baby eat for the last way of meal, of saying your last meal is connected to Ma. We always forget this. Show belly button, saying want to eat wolf, want to say feed, and say we don't need just this milk to say here. And don't know how you can struggle with the baby of saying the baby's trying to breathe. You must not go, no, say the word Dana. Will come in vision knowing how to breathe. And will say here, breastfeed until it's hungry again. You say don't cut it yet, let it eat. And then when you do, pick up the baby, wrap it around the house. Always do this to it. And that's when we say, ready, you got it. Put it under here. And say, that's my rib. That's how I got blood. And that's your birth. Of asking for romance in everyone. It's asked. Your romance, all your wisdom. Because Dana's always about knowledge. DAYNIGHT. And you know Dana is a mentality way of saying DANA. It's saying bring your skills, bring it to the table, bring it to the chair, bring it anywhere. I lay on my bed and answer. Do you need to compare? Because it's your wisdom. If you want to see Dana's wisdom, because no one's seen it before, saying wisdom is what a lot of girls love ask for. It's the way they talk. Come to Dana, it's kind of actual knowledge. Knowledge like this. Who made you? And if you say playing, we say get a blanket. Or we sleep like this. Do you have visions? You have not seen the wisdom of dragon. It's DAYNIGHT. Dreams. It's a blue ass sky. For smoke there and like this. This is what your baby needs. Love. It's the name of love. Don't name your child until it's free. Because when it's 3 years, to 4 years, free will realize the name. Don't name your baby any names when it's born. Keep it 3 years, free vision. Judge the baby by their name. Then you have your fame. Anybody who wanna talk like this, or speak like this, or say, do I need like this? Praise him.